Maybe this is one of those days where the silence feels too loud and the noise of the world feels deafening. Maybe today feels heavy, as if you are walking through water while everyone else is running on solid ground. The world keeps spinning, moving at a pace that feels just out of reach, and you're standing still, feeling profoundly and utterly stuck. If you haven't heard it from anyone else today or this week or in a long time, let me be the one to say it. Hey, I see you. I really do. And this video, this moment we're sharing right now, it might just be the quiet, gentle reminder that you didn't even know your soul was asking for. So let's just take a breath together. A real one. Inhale slowly and let it go. Let's just talk. Just you and me. No masks, no pretenses. Just us here. Now, chapter one. Permission to be where you are. Have you ever had one of those days? Or maybe it's been weeks where everything just feels off? It's a feeling that settles deep in your bones, a weight that you carry around that no one else can see. You can't point to it, you can't easily explain it, but you feel it in every single moment. Maybe it has a name like sadness or anxiety or burnout. Or maybe it's a nameless, formless fog that has rolled in and clouded your vision of everything. You just feel tired. A kind of tired that sleep doesn't seem to fix. Worn out from the inside and stuck in the relentless, looping monologue of your own mind. And the hardest part, the part that truly drains you, is that the world doesn't stop for you. You still have to show up. The emails still arrive. The texts still need a reply. The meetings are still on the calendar. The family still needs you. You have to put on the costume of okayness and perform your role at play of everyday life. You have to smile when you want to cry, nod when you want to scream, and say, I'm fine when you're anything. But deep down, where no one else can see, you feel like you're falling apart. It's like your heart is a stone in your chest. Your mind is a frantic storm of thoughts, and the world just keeps marching on, expecting you to keep up with the beat of its drum. If that is where you are right now, in this very moment, I need you to listen closely to what I'm about to say. I get it. I truly, deeply get it. You are not going crazy. You are not weak for feeling this way. You are not failing. You are just a human being who is overwhelmed. And let me tell you a fundamental truth that is okay. You are allowed to feel exactly like this. You have permission to not be okay. We are born into a world that screams at us to hustle, to optimize, to be productive, to be on 24/7s, to grind harder and sleep less. It's a culture that celebrates burnout as a badge of honor. But no one ever gives us the manual for what to do when it all becomes too much. No one teaches us how to handle the moment the noise inside gets louder than the noise outside. When the pressure builds to a point where you feel you might shatter, when you want to scream but you can't even find the energy to open your mouth. This moment right here is not about finding a magic fix. It's not about snapping out of it or looking on the bright side. It's about giving yourself permission to pause, to slow everything down just for a little while. It's about letting yourself breathe without the crushing weight of guilt. You do not need to have all the answers right now. You do not need to solve the puzzle of your life in this instant. All you need to do is know this, deep in your core. You are not alone in this feeling. You are not broken beyond repair. You are simply a human being feeling things deeply in a world that often discourages it. And feeling deeply, my friend, is not a weakness. It is a form of strength you might not have recognized yet. So let's just sit in this space together for a moment. No pressure, no judgment, no need to be anything other than what you are, perfectly, imperfectly real. You made it here. You clicked on this video. You chose to listen, and that single act, that small step toward yourself, means something profound. Let's start right here, chapter 2. The 90-second secret to emotional freedom. Here's a secret about your own mind. Something so simple and yet so powerful that it can change the way you experience your entire life. Your emotions, even the most powerful and overwhelming ones, are not permanent. That sudden, heart-pounding wave of anxiety, that hot flash of anger that rises in your chest, that profound, heavy cloak of sadness that descends upon you. Science has shown that the actual physiological lifespan of an emotion in your body is only about 90 seconds. That's it. 1.5 minutes. That is the time it takes for the chemical cascade that creates an emotion to be triggered, to surge through your system, and then to be completely flushed out. It's a fleeting, temporary event. So why then does it feel like these emotions last for hours, days, or even weeks? What usually happens is this: something triggers you. It could be anything. A critical comment from your boss, a memory that your brain unexpectedly pulls from its archives, a song on the radio, a look from a stranger, and then, boom, the reaction begins. Your heart starts to race, your chest tightens, your stomach clenches, and your thoughts begin to spiral into a familiar negative pattern. But then, instead of simply allowing the 90-second wave to crest and fall and pass, we do something else. We grab onto it. We replay the triggering event over and over in our minds. We analyze it. We judge it. We tell ourselves stories about what it means. We call a friend to talk about it, feeding it more energy. We resist it. We fight it. We get angry at ourselves for feeling it. And that is when it stays. That is how a fleeting 90-second chemical reaction transforms into a 3-hour dark mood, a 3-day depressive slump, or a long-term state of anxiety. We keep the emotion alive by continually re-triggering the circuit in our brain, but here is the beautiful, liberating truth. You can choose differently. You have the power to break this cycle. The next time you feel that intense wave of emotion begin to hit, I want you to try something radical. Just pause. Don't react. Don't judge the feeling as good or bad. Don't try to push it away. Just sit with it. Acknowledge its presence. You can say to yourself, there is anxiety, or hello, sadness. Take a few slow, deep breaths, breathing all the way down into your belly. If it helps you feel more grounded, place a hand over your heart and feel its steady beat. You can even watch the second hand on a clock for 90 seconds. And as you sit there, just gently remind yourself of the truth. This is a temporary sensation. It is just energy moving through my body. I am safe. I can feel this and still be okay. This feeling does not define me. This tiny moment of mindfulness, those 90 seconds of conscious observation, can change everything. Because in that small window of time, you reclaim your power. Your power isn't found in trying to control the unpredictable world around you. It's found in how you choose to respond to your inner world. You are not weak for feeling things so deeply. In fact, you are demonstrating incredible strength by learning to sit with your discomfort and allow it to pass through you without being consumed by it. You are learning to become the calm, steady observer of your inner weather rather than being swept away by the storm. So the next time you feel it all start to bubble up again, just breathe. Remember the 90-second window. You're not drowning in the wave. You're learning how to surf it. And this wave, like every wave before it, is going to pass. Chapter 3, escaping the labyrinth, overthinking. Let's talk about that labyrinth inside your head. The one where your brain runs in endless, exhausting circles, chasing its own tail. You lay your head on the pillow, desperate for sleep, and suddenly your mind decides to play a highlight reel of every awkward, embarrassing, or a regrettable moment you've ever experienced since you were in the 6th grade. Or perhaps your mind is a relentless futurist, constantly imagining and rehearsing worst-case scenarios for events that haven't happened and probably never will. Your brain becomes a full-time employee dedicated to stressing you out. That is overthinking. And it is one of the most draining, depleting experiences a human can have. The truth about this mental spiral is that your brain isn't trying to hurt you. In fact, it's doing what it evolved to do. It's trying to protect you. Its job is to identify potential threats and solve problems to ensure your survival. But in our modern world, where the threats are often emotional or psychological rather than a tiger in the bushes, this protective mechanism goes into overdrive. It gets stuck in an endless, unproductive loop of what-ifs, should-haves, and if-onlys that don't actually solve anything. It just traps you in a prison of your own thoughts. So, how do you find the key and unlock the door to that prison? How do you break the loop? You start by coming back to the one place your overthinking mind cannot be, the present moment. You have to ground yourself. When your thoughts are screaming at you, you must gently guide your attention back to your body and your senses. A simple but profoundly effective technique for this is the 5-4-3-2-1 method. Wherever you are, pause and silently name 5 things you can see around you. Notice their color, their shape, their texture. Then 4 things you can physically feel. The fabric of your clothes on your skin, the chair beneath you, the temperature of the air. Then 3 things you can hear. The distant hum of traffic, the sound of your own breathing, the ticking of a clock. Then 2 things you can smell, the scent of coffee, the faint perfume in the air. And finally, 1 thing you can taste, the lingering taste of your last meal, or just the neutral taste of your own mouth. This sounds almost too simple to work, but what it does is pull your brain out of the abstract, chaotic world of anxious thoughts and anchor it firmly back into the tangible, immediate reality of the present. Now, here's another powerful trick to dismantle the loop. Reframe the thought. When a negative, looping thought appears, instead of just accepting it as truth, I want you to become a gentle detective. Ask it a few questions. Is this thought actually helpful right now? Is it 100% verifiably true? Is there another, more compassionate way to look at this situation? And most importantly, would I ever say this thought to my best friend if they were in my shoes? The answer is almost always no. You are being far harder, far more critical of yourself than you would ever dare to be with someone you love. You don't have to control every single thought that pops into your head. That's an impossible task. You just have to learn to notice when you're stuck in a harmful pattern and gently, kindly pull yourself out. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the one who hears them. You are the sky and the thoughts are just clouds passing through. You have so much more control than you think. Let's keep going. You are doing so much better than you know. Chapter 4. You are not broken. You are just depleted. Hey, let's have some real talk for a moment. When you have been grinding day in and day out, pushing yourself past your limits, juggling a dozen different responsibilities, and constantly feeling like you're falling short, it is so easy to look in the mirror and think, what is wrong with me? Why can't I handle this? Why am I so broken? But I need you to hear this, and I need you to let it sink in deep. You are not broken. You are simply worn out. You are depleted. Picture your smartphone after a long day of heavy use. You've been streaming videos, scrolling through social media, navigating with GPS, and multitasking between 20 different apps. At the end of the day, the battery is at 1% and the screen goes dark. Is the phone broken? No. It has performed its functions perfectly, but it has run out of energy. It simply needs to be plugged in and recharged. That is you. Your mind, your body, and your spirit have been running on empty. You have been giving and doing and trying so hard for so long, and now your internal battery is flashing red. Your system is begging you for a time dash out, so the first and most crucial step is to let go of the shame. Guilt will not help you rest. Self-blame will not refill your energy tank. Berating yourself for being tired is like yelling at your phone for needing to be charged. It's counterproductive and unkind. What you need more than anything right now is a heavy dose of self-compassion. You need to start treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a dear friend who has been working too many late nights and is clearly exhausted. Start with the smallest, most achievable things. Give yourself permission to rest without guilt. This might mean taking a 20-minute nap in the middle of the day, or going to bed an hour earlier than usual instead of trying to be productive. As you rest, repeat this mantra to yourself. I deserve this rest. My body needs this. Then find moments to pause and do something gentle for your system. This doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It can be as simple as taking 5 minutes to do some gentle stretches, Taking a slow, mindful walk around the block without your phone, or just sitting quietly and sipping a warm cup of tea, focusing only on the warmth and the taste. Let your body tell you what it needs, and listen to its quiet wisdom. And perhaps most importantly, change the way you talk to yourself. Your inner dialogue is the soundtrack to your life, and it's time to change the tune. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't handle this, try swapping it with, I am doing my best with the resources I have right now, and that is enough. When the thought I'm so lazy appears, replace it with my body is signaling that it needs rest, not judgment. Recovery is not a one-time event. It is a continuous practice. It's like brushing your teeth or fueling your car. You have to build it into the fabric of your daily routine so that you don't end up completely drained and running on fumes again. And if it ever feels like rest isn't enough, like the depletion runs so deep that you need more support, that is okay too. Reaching out to a trusted friend, a family member, a coach, or a professional counselor is not a sign of weakness. It is a profound sign of wisdom. It shows that you recognized you needed support and you had the courage to go after it. Remember this always. Healing is not about fixing something that is broken. It is about giving yourself the time, the space, and the grace to breathe, to slow down, and to rebuild your energy. One kind moment, one gentle act at a time. You are so much stronger than you think, especially when you give yourself permission to rest. Chapter 5. Building a life that can hold you so. Now that we have talked about how to survive the hard moments, how to navigate the storms when they come, let's talk about something even more important. Let's talk about how to build a life that supports you, not just when things go wrong, but every single day. Because here is the ultimate truth. You don't need a perfect, problem-free life. What you need is a stable, resilient life. A life that is built on a foundation strong enough to hold you, even when your emotions try to pull you down. You need to become your own safe harbor, and that kind of life isn't built through grand, sweeping changes. It's built through small, consistent daily habits. It starts with the very first moments of your day. Wake up with intention. This doesn't mean you have to leap out of bed ready to conquer the world. It can be as simple as taking one single, conscious, deep breath before your hand reaches for your phone. That one breath is a powerful statement. It says, I am here. I am present. I am starting my day on my own terms. Next, set yourself up for tiny, achievable wins throughout the day. These are small acts of self-care that send a powerful message to your subconscious brain. The message is, hey, I can do things. I am capable. I can take care of myself. Make your bed. Drink a full glass of water before your coffee. Go for a 10-minute walk on your lunch break. These little victories accumulate, building a sense of competence and self-trust that becomes the bedrock of your resilience. Create a rhythm for your days, not a rigid, unforgiving routine. You don't need to control and schedule every single hour. That can often lead to more stress. Instead, think of building a simple, gentle structure. A morning rhythm, an afternoon rhythm, and an evening rhythm. And within each of those blocks of time, place one small, calming, grounding habit. Maybe your morning rhythm includes 5 minutes of stretching. Your afternoon rhythm includes a 10-minute walk. And your evening rhythm includes reading a chapter of a book before bed. This gentle rhythm becomes your anchor, a predictable and comforting structure that holds you steady, especially on days when you feel adrift through it all. Talk to yourself like you are someone you deeply, unconditionally love. Seriously, your self-talk matters more than you can possibly imagine. It is the narrative that shapes your reality. Instead of, I messed up again, try reframing it to, I am still learning. And this was a lesson. Instead of, I'm so lazy and unproductive, try, my body and mind needed rest today. And honoring that need is also a form of productivity. Building a resilient life isn't about becoming tough and impenetrable all the time. It's about creating a life that is soft, supportive, and forgiving enough to make the tough times more bearable. You will not feel amazing every single day. No one does. But with the right systems and habits in place, You will always feel supported. You will always have your own back. And that is the ultimate goal. Not to avoid the storm, but to build a shelter inside yourself that is strong enough to withstand any weather. One habit, one breath, one kind thought at a time. You are not just surviving anymore. You are consciously, beautifully, and powerfully growing. If no one has told you lately, let me be the one. I am proud of you. I am proud of you for showing up today. I am proud of you for feeling, even when it's hard. I am proud of you for being on this journey of healing and self-discovery. This path isn't easy, but you are doing it. You are moving forward, one step, one breath at a time. So take what you have learned here, take this feeling of peace and permission, and carry it with you. Keep building a life that loves you back. You deserve it.